So, when you are in certain situations and you're around people all the time, the same people all the time, you assume that you're friends, right? You're friendly anyway, and you're sharing certain things and they're sharing certain things, so you feel like there's a bit of give and take that builds a relationship. When you go to that place, whether it's work or church or some place that you just like to frequent, whether it's a restaurant or a bar or just some place you like to be, you chat with people and you feel like you're one of them. And that's comfortable for as long as that lasts, right? For as long as you're going to those places. It's shocking when you realize that, regardless of how small your town is or how local your community is, where your stores are and stuff, you don't see those people there. You don't see the church people. I don't see the church people at the store. I never see them at the grocery store. I don't know why, but I don't. And I begin to realize when I leave the church, I don't see the same people. So how often are we going to get together and talk? What do we really have here? Do we really have a friendship, or is it just a relationship of convenience? You might as well talk to somebody, right? And I think that's what happens a lot for a lot of us, is that we're shocked to find out that we were really part of the fabric of that institution, whether it was work or church or school or something else. And when you separate from those places, the friendships do not follow you. And maybe you make the effort, but then, it's just, you realize life goes on for everybody. And when we leave one place, it's not up to us to maintain, it's hard for us to maintain older relationships. And maybe it's time for us to establish some newer relationships. And so it's kind of good to figure out, are we the type of people who are good at making friends? Are we really the type of people that go up to someone, slap them on the back, shake a hand, smile at them, and say, "I'd like to know you"? Often, those of us like me, I'm an introvert. Most people don't realize that I'm an introvert just because I have some social abilities. I like to talk in front of people. Most performers are introverts too. So when you're out of that setting, I'm just going to ramble here a little bit. Let's just talk a little bit about this. So if you put me in front of 1,000 people and tell me I'm going to preach for an hour, or I'm going to teach for a day, that's not a problem for me. I welcome that. That is fun. I get nervous about it, but that nervous energy is good energy for me because it's gearing me up to perform well. But if you tell me that we're going to have this group of people that you're going to talk to for a day, from 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and then when it's over, we're going to all go to this mixer, and we're all going to get, our beer or our sodas, or we're going to go, nibble on some food, and we're going to talk and chat. You know where I'm going to be? I'm going to be against the wall. Truly, I will be up against the wall because I'm nervous. I'm nervous about that type of situation. And it's hard for me to not have a role and still be the straw that stirs the drink. So I am going to have fewer friends. I'm going to have fewer moments of sharing something with somebody, whether it's going to a game or watching a movie or sharing a dinner. That's going to be a very small circle for me. And that's just the way I am. It doesn't mean I don't want other people, it's just that I don't initiate it. So the point I'm making here for people in retirement is that you've got up and you've gone to the same place of work, you've had the same people, there's 15 people who joined within 3 or 4 years, joined the organization within 3 or 4 years when you joined it. You're very familiar with these people, and all of a sudden you're going to retire, and they're going to be at work, or they're going to retire and do their own thing, and you're going to do your own thing. The point is that you're not going to have these people around anymore. So how are you going to build new relationships? How are you going to learn to initiate those relationships if you're not an initiator? And how are you going to maintain those relationships? What are you going to do? That's something that I think most of us don't think about. We take it for granted. And therefore, I think there's a little bit more loneliness in the world than we realize. There are a few of us who like to be alone. Most of us, even if we want to be alone, we want to be with someone else while we're alone. You know? So, who do you want to be with? How are you going to decide that? How's that going to work for you?